Hi love, welcome back. In today's class, we are completing our beautiful Granny Square shirt. If you are new to the channel, my name is Miss Ai and you're welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you my love for always coming back. So this is the last part and we are making the collar and the final touches. Let's get right into class. So with the collar, you are going to make 5 incomplete granny squares, half granny squares, and we are going to be joining them. So in the part 2 of the video, the part 1, we learned how to make half granny squares. So we are going to make 5 of them for the collar. So now to complete our first half granny square, you are going to chain 2 and make 2 half double crochet in the same stitch. In the next stitch, you are going to make 3 half double crochet in the second space, and in the third space we are going to be placing our first corner. So you are going to make 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochet in the same space. Now in the next space you are going to make 3 half double crochets, make 3 half double crochets in the next space, make 3 half double crochet in the next space again. So in total you should have 3 of 3 half double crochets in the next 3 spaces. Now we move to the corner and you are going to make 3 double crochets, a chain 2 and 3 double crochets all in the same stitch. Now in the next 2 stitches you are going to place 3 half double crochets, and 3, and in our very last space you are going to place 3 half double crochets. Now on top of the double crochet, or you are going to make a double crochet, or in that double crochet stitch you are going to make a double crochet, chain 1, cut and fasten your yarn. So now this is our first complete half square, and we are going to join this complete with an incomplete half square. Just as we did, we alternated for the top, we are going to be alternating color for the collar as well. So join your yarn in the very first double crochet space or the very first space and chain 2. Attach it in your very first space or into the very first double crochet and make a single crochet. Now to the incomplete double crochet, incomplete square, you are going to make 3 half double crochet, make a single crochet in the complete square, make 3 half double crochets in the incomplete square, make a single crochet in the complete square, and now it brings us to the corner. So you are going to make 3 double crochets and into the complete corner you are going to make a single crochet and complete the space or the corner with 3 double crochets. Now you are going to work 3 half double crochets in the next 3 stitches, and you are going to work your corner and complete your half square. Now I've completed my half square. In the very last stitch, don't forget to put your double crochet, chain 1, cut and fasten your yarn. So we've joined 2, and now to our third one we are going to be joining the white dominated half square. So attach your yarn at the very first double crochet, inside the very first double crochet, and chain 2. Attach it to the complete half square, the very first space, and make a single crochet. Now to the incomplete half square, you are going to make 3 double crochet in the very first space right after the double crochet. 3 half double crochets. Now to the complete square, you are going to make a single crochet, and in the next space you are going to make 3 half double crochet. To the complete half square, you are going to make a single crochet. To the incomplete, you are going to make 3 half double crochet, and now it brings us to the corner. You make a single crochet and make 3 double crochets for your first corner, and this is how you are going to be repeating and attach all your 5 half squares, and I'll meet you when I'm done attaching mine. So this is my 5 squares, and this is what your work should be looking like. Now we are going to be sealing the end, so you are going to chain 1. After your last one, don't cut, so chain 1. In the very first row, you make 2 single crochet. In the next white row space, you are going to make 2 single crochet again. In the red row, you are going to make 2 single crochets. In the next row, you are going to make 2 single crochets. So I'm going to try as much as possible to weave in my tail ends as I go, because I don't like cutting and leaving that knot. So in the very middle, you are going to place just a single crochet. You are going to be repeating this procedure all around till the end. So 2 single crochet in each row, a single crochet in the middle space. And I'm done attaching, making my single crochet, and we are going to be placing it on the collar, and this is what your work should be looking like. So 1 square and 2 at the front. So the 1 square is at the back, right? So this is what you should be having. Now I'm going to take my stitch marker and I'm going to mark all the corners so we can start attaching. So this is for me to know the corner by corner or square by square. So just mark it or hold. If you can just sew without marking, that is perfectly fine, but I'm going to do this so I would have a perfect lining. So this is what your work should be looking like, and you're going to be attaching it with your front part facing up. So this is the wrong side and the right side should be facing up. So now you're going to take your hook or your darning needle, whichever one you wish, is totally up to you. So I realize if you are using a darning needle, then you can sew from your left, but I can't work with my left, so I'm going to chain 1, cut and fasten, and I'm going to sew from my right. So pick a stitch marker and mark the end, and I'm going to start sewing from the other side. So I'm going to turn my work and make a slip knot, and I'm going to be sewing with slip stitches. You can either use slip stitches, your darning needle, or a single crochet. Whichever method works for you is perfectly fine. The bottom line is just align your collar well. And now to the sewing, we are going to be making each stitch so a single crochet. So you are going to attach both single crochet and make a slip stitch from the work and the collar. in the next stitch and make a slip stitch. So this is the method we are going to be using to attach our collar to our top, and a slip stitch. So this is basically it, and you are going to go around so you are done sewing. At the end, you are going to chain 1, cut and fasten your yarn. Now we are done attaching the collar to our work, and this is what the work looks like. Now if you don't want to work any more borders, you can cut off all loose ends and end your work here, but I want to go around with my red yarn for all loose ends and then for all the borders, because I don't want to leave the white for the borders. So to work the borders, you are going to attach your red yarn at the very end, or where you just cut your yarn from the collar, and we are going to be working single crochets all around. So make single crochet in each stitch all around from the very start point to the next collar space. So just go all around, and now at the bottom you are going to chain 2. So with the bottom you can decide to make half double crochets, that is if you want your top to be a bit longer, or you can make single crochets all around. But with my top I would go with half double crochet. But if you have your desired length, do not work half double crochets, but rather work single crochets all around. So in each stitch you are going to place half double crochet, and now it brings us back to the front of the top again. You are going to chain 1, make 2 single crochets in the red stitch, and make a single crochet in each stitch all around, so the end. So at the end you are going to chain 1, turn your work, and we are going to repeat half double crochet round, but at the bottom we are going to be working, we are going to repeat single crochet around, and at the bottom we work half double crochets, and at the top or the front we work single crochets. So now at the end of the row, don't cut, you are going to chain 1, work single crochets, 2 single crochets at the very sharp corner, and on the top of the collar you are going to work single crochets all around for the collar. So at the first corner of the collar you are going to work 2 single crochets, and you are going to chain 2 and 2 single crochets all in the same stitch. So this is the very first corner of the collar, the very first sharp edge, and you are going to work single crochets all around so you get to the second sharp edge, and you are going to repeat the same process, and you are going to work single crochets till the end of the row. At the end you are going to connect it with 2 single crochets to the previous red rows, and you are going to chain 1, and you are going to cut and fasten your yarn. You can go 1 single crochet. This is if this is okay with you, then you cut and fasten your yarn, but if you want your collar space to be more broad, then you go around with a single crochet all around your work. So at the bottom you don't have to work half double crochet again if you have your desired length. So this is the very last row, so work single crochet all around until the end of the row, and we shall connect it with the collar. So connect it with 2 single crochet, and in the middle make a single slip stitch, chain 1, and cut and fasten your work. And you're going to go ahead and sew all loose ends, so make sure you fasten it. And now this is what your work should be looking like after attaching the collar. Now, just as we did for the collar, we are going to work our borders all around the armhole, and with the armhole I'm going to make three single crochets all around. So first of all, make a slip knot and attach your work and chain 1. You are going to go into each stitch with a single crochet all around till the end of the row. And at the end you are going to slip stitch, and you can choose to go 1, 2, or 3, but I would make 3 rows of 3 single crochet, and I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other side. And this is what the work looks like. And you're going to go ahead, cut and fasten all loose ends. And now we are going to be placing our bottoms, and I'm going to be placing it on the end of each row. So just at the joining space where the lines are, that is where I'm going to be placing my bottoms, and I'm going to be placing it on the white border. So there's single crochets we did with the white yarn. That is where I'm going to be placing my bottoms. So go ahead and sew your bottoms with your thread and needle, and I'm going to go in and out till the bottom is secure and tight, and I'm going to repeat that for all the other parts, all the other bottoms as well, and secure it very well. And you're going to cut and fasten it. So this is how I'm going to be attaching my buttons, and I'm going to do that for all the rows. And this is what your work should be looking like. So go ahead, cut and fasten all loose ends, and we are done. So don't bother creating a bottom space, just slot it in one of the open spaces of your top. This is what I like to do, because when you create a space it ends up expanding. So just insert it in any open space, and we are done. Until we meet next week, my love is bye bye.